Shall we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today is December 5th, 2022. It is 12:18 a.m. This is my back end. New subscribers, welcome. Okay, I've passed the 3,000 mark and more people are subscribing. Thank you for subscribing and welcome. Let's go on Twitter. I have a lot to share with you. All right. Oh, okay. Let me not get distracted because my list is long today. All right. So this is my first tweet. This is Dr. Schuller. Quote, "This charge of racism is thoroughly unjust." End quote. Not true. Lady Susan Hussey, apparent racism validates Meghan Markle. Britain has a first-class degree in normalizing racism casually. Yep. Let's listen to this. It's 51 seconds. Oh my God, Dr. Schuller be going through some stuff. When she posts stuff, the comments that usually go under her tweet.
She said,
essentially, this charge of racism is thoroughly unjust. Nobody could have done more during her long life and her long reign than the Queen to bring about harmonious and better relations within the Commonwealth.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. It is not unjust. If anything, the actions of Lady Susan Hussey validates what Harry and Meghan have said. Lady Susan Hussey is part of the establishment. Everything she said to Ngozi Fulani was not new to her. Please understand that in this country we have established a way of normalizing racism casually. So even the very act of racism happening in front of you is treated as though it's nothing of the sort.
Dr.
So no,
Schuller
that is not an unjust claim. It is just.
Michael, I'm
thank
sorry.
God. Dr. Schuller never let those idiots fly by with their nonsense. The only way these people will understand, okay, it's for them to go through it. They have to feel it, experience it, and feel it. I've said this so many times because these people, they only know how to inflict. And I commend Dr. Schuller for her bravery because she is surrounded by racists. Every TV show that have her, she's, surrounded by racists. I'm moving it back slightly.
Michael, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're out of time, unfortunately. Essentially,
So when Dr. Schuller started saying the right thing, yep, it's time's up. All right, God, they all are baggage for you. All right, let's see here. These are some of the squaddies. Part of the psychological torture and abuse cycle of racism. They deny that their racist action have caused harm, discrimination, ostracize, and is meant to marginalize and shame. The denial is a way to bully and silence their victims, further reinforcing their white power. Yep. Oh my God, the comments that I saw that were going on, there was the lady, I forgot her name. Dr. Schuller said her name too perfectly, and I pronounced it very horrible. The lady who experienced the racism and at Buckingham Palace, she was trending. Her name was trending the other day. And I decided to click on it to see what was going on. Oh my God, the comments, the tweets that were going on, that were being said about her, it's ridiculous. They're turning the table on her as if she's the one who who did the bully, but instead she was the victim. All right, here was unjust looks like. Okay, it's just one example of thousands. UK media complains about a photo they took on Commonwealth Day and sent around the world versus the distortion of Meghan Markle. The international public fought daily and became her protector squad as a result. Yep. All right, let's see here. Today we all see Phenom Freehand. Okay, when was that? 49 minutes. Is this why you banned me? According to our own argument, it's just a picture of two white Britons. Wow. Wow. When? Okay, so that must have taken place during the engagement. Okay, Paul Nehan, noticer, and chief got suspended by. Wow. What? They all are baggage for God. Honey, does this time makes my face look pale? Wow, 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 wow. Okay, in a video taking of the event celebration of the UK's Commonwealth Day, which was held at London Westminster Abbey, we see Meghan wave at Will and Kate, who seem to completely ignore her. Meghan is also snubbed by the Countess of Wessex, who turns away from her, silly hat and all, and proceed to stare at the opposite direction like an owl. The world was watching. Okay. The whole thing brings to mind a middle school lunchroom and is supremely awkward to watch. And honestly, part of me does feel bad for Kate and Sophie. Wow. For Kate and Sophie, they feel bad. Meanwhile, they were the two who were snubbing Meghan. Wow. Imagine having to snub someone while wearing a silly little hat. That's what the choir was saying. They talked about her about the silly little hat. Okay. I mean, you're bound to feel ridiculous wearing one of these things, even if you didn't feel the need to be bad-mannered. On top of that, Meghan, meanwhile, looked delighted, silly little hat and all. Wow. Oh, they call Meghan's hat silly little hat. Oh my God, this is what the squad were talking about. I've heard them said that before. Harry to marry into gangster royalty. This I'm aware of. A new love from crime-ridden neighborhood. Prince Harry could marry into gangster royalty. His new love is from a crime-ridden Los Angeles neighborhood. Oh my God, this was 2016. Wow, wow, wow. Baggage for God. Okay, love your hair. You are spot on. Unfortunately, some of the people you are speaking to, people who see your mouth moving but not listening to the words being said. This is why I said these people who's inflicting pain onto others, they need to experience it, because when they show them the nonsense that they're doing, it's like it's nothing, and they create a perfect example. Their mind is trained to do these kind of things. So in order for them to understand, they need to experience and feel our pain. They have to go through it. All right. Colorful people. This is the guy they will out to defend Susan Hussey. Okay, let's see this one. Oh my God, I didn't expect that one. 44 seconds.
And to answer the question, was it uncomfortable? Yes, it was in part, and I wouldn't have asked those questions. I am curious where people come from. It's an interesting dialogue. We, as people who've been born here, when we see colourful people from other parts of the world, it is interesting how and why and where they came from, where their parents come from.
Okay, I mean, let's be common sense here, okay? If your parents don't tell you where you're from, how would you know? Okay? How would you know? Because nobody was asked to be born. Okay? She was aware where she's from. She was born in the UK. She told the lady this is where she was from. I'll put the screenshot of the conversation. And then the lady refused to accept that. How is she supposed to know anything beyond that she was born in the UK? And then the other thing is, the UK love to erase their past, the ones that they know it's so bad. They burn and destroy evidence of their past. So even if the lady wanted to know her past, how would she know further than from what her birth certificate is said? Oh, Lord. But let's finish listening to this.
You just
That
used
isn't
the word
racism.
colourful people there, and I watched Paula wincing. Richard and I
Well,
were
let me
both.
define colourful then. Hang on, as I use the word colourful, I mean attractive, vibrant,
oh gosh,
beautiful.
let's not let you keep
covers so
let's
many
not
different
keep
people from all
Exotic.
around
Can we
the
just
world.
throw the word out there? Exotic.
I tell you what, Di, because
And to answer
my
the question,
Lord. Okay, Jesus, the gaslighting is unbearable. They're just showing the world who they are. And then let's not be in the dark about that. The world was waiting for America to continue this BS further, okay? It's America who's fighting back a little bit. Okay, you look around the world, you look at what's happening in the Middle East, okay, destroying their cemetery. You know who's doing that, okay? Killing their people on the street non-stop, and it's happening in America as well, okay? And if a black person goes somewhere, the minute you get into the door, your skin color already tells you, like a passport to be discriminated against. The world is in the same boat. People need to fight back because this is unacceptable. It's not just the UK. All right, I'm leaving this alone. Let's move on to the next tweet because there's more thing. Oh, Lord, these people are despicable. Okay, another video. Okay, that's the lady's name. Okay, talking about Ngozi Fulani on LBC, anti-racism campaigner Kofi Mawuli Clue just called the royal family white supremacists with his whole chest. Okay, oh wow, this one is long. 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Is she something? But I can assure you, from 60 years of traveling the world with the royals, she has never put a foot wrong. And yet, on whatever transcript took place, and we only have one version of it, and what amazes me is, with great respect, people like your good self, not you particularly, nobody questions the motive of this lady who made this public, and I find that quite surprising.
Okay, let's bring in Kofi Mawuli Klug. Good morning, Kofi. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, it's good.
Let
It's good to have you on the.
I'm gonna continue. Let me move it back. So he's questioning why the lady put the thing out. Well, she experienced it. Okay, she experienced it. They didn't expect these kind of things to get out. And the same thing when Meghan came out and told Oprah on the Oprah interview the thing that happened, they didn't expect these things to get out of the palace wall, so they get upset. How come I missed that? There, where he come in front of the thing, like the lady had a motive. She experienced it, so she's letting it be known. And I'm surprised many people didn't see that before Meghan. After Meghan have said her story. All right, why? Like, what is her motive? Her motive is that she experienced the exact same thing Meghan Markle had experienced. All right, like I've said before in all of my old videos, and I've said it already in this video, is that many people who seems to be blind need to experience those kind of things in order for them to see. Unfortunately, Ngozi Fulani had experienced that. She even said she let her guard down. Okay, Meghan had already warned you guys. And then now this guy to have the audacity to say, what is the Ngozi Fulani's motive? Her motive is that she's letting people know that she just experienced the same kind of racism that Meghan went through. All right, let's.
Good self, not you particularly. Nobody questions the motive of this lady who made this public, and I find that quite surprising.
Okay, let's bring in Kofi Mawuli Klug. Good morning, Kofi. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have you on the program. Thanks for coming. What do you make of what Di Davis just had to say? What's your reaction to that?
Well, here we go again, and it's not surprising from an ex-police officer, right? The service is really, the hallmark of institutional racism, and he's simply expressing those views. The interesting thing is this, right? Why is it that those who are perpetrators of racist violence, because that's what it is.
Exactly.
Racism comes from the structural violence of, the white supremacy racist establishment of coloniality, right?
Biggest fan of the monarchy, I wonder why.
Mainly to do with like British, like colonial history, things like that.
The Second World War, there was an uprising by the Kikuyu people who wanted their land back. The Kikuyu were herded into concentration camps and fortified villages, almost the entire population of over 1 million people. People were systematically tortured to death.
In which the royal family is very much steeped. So why is it that those perpetrators of crimes of racist violence against,
sorry, Kofi, just interrupt you briefly.
Why is it that they want to be defining what racism is for?
Did you just call, but you didn't just call the royal family white supremacists, did you?
Yeah, I do. Because it is a white supremacist.
It is. They're the one who started it. I've said this before. They're the one who started it. Just look around the world. Every place that they went, they destroy cultures, and then they put that freaking classism going on where their lazy self could be on top and everybody else work their ass off for them. It is exactly that. And then the world is catching on. Well, not catching on. They already are. All right? The world caught up with that same nonsense, and then every black person cannot live freely. Their skin color become a passport for things. Yes, it originated over there. Oh my God.
Massive racist institution.
Savage AF. Savage AF.
Steeped in British
Max, I don't know where you got this one from, but what a character, eh?
Okay, I have, I think, 4 videos. One of them is live. It was live when the one that YouTube had approved was on around the time when the Queen passed. And the next 3, they took a while to approve them. They are now approved. These videos, okay, there's the green light. They all are approved. So I was gonna make them public on Archie's birthday, but I decided to make it public the day before. I was waiting for the coronation, but I decided to make it the day before of that. Or maybe I probably will change one, put it after also. But let's continue. The racist track, the racist behaviors, the colonial things, it's all around the world. People are talking about it as much as they want to destroy it. There's some evidence.
How dare he say that? How dare he say that?
But it is.
Just be true to your history. And this is what is coming. The point is that you talk about the fact that people are making so much out of this. Because children are dying because of, the consequences of European imperialism. And that is the main killer of people of children across the world, particularly the majority world. Now, let's get something. Within our black communities, people are even wondering why Ngozi Fulani would even be rubbing shoulders with those kinds of people who, as Professor Gazjon said, are colonial to the bone, right? And should have expected what came up to her, as my sister Mami said.
Yeah.
Now, to carry this, violent insults and assaults upon her African personality further, people are even trying to deny her right to self-determine herself as an African and saying she was appropriating Africanness and African culture. What a cheat! All of this is racist. Okay. And what this says is that there are many people who should know better, but who are so miseducated by racism that they are so ignorant even about the criminal consequences of their actions.
All right, Kofi.
Wow. Whew. He said it with his whole chest, like the comment said here. But let's continue.
Okay. First of all, I think the royal family would be very, very upset and will obviously, distance itself from any accusations that they are white supremacists.
Hello? Slave trade, that company that they created it to sell and transport people? My goodness. Wow, they're trying to distance themselves. Oh, I'm glad they're talking about it.
This is not an accusation that has been leveled against them, certainly not on the airwaves. So
why are they refusing reparations?
Right. Okay, well that's another matter, another subject for another day. But at the same time,
never the right time to talk about it.
let's turn this over to Di now. What we've clearly seen, from both sides of the argument, and not just in this particular program, is that this is an incredibly inflammatory subject for an institution that is supposed to represent the whole of this country, the whole of this very multicultural nation. So what's gone wrong?
I'm not sure anything has gone wrong. What has gone wrong is...
What? Those Caribbean tour that they took, you don't see anything wrong? Seeing those kids between fences, standing on top of the car, similar to, oh my God, repeating history? Oh my God. But let's listen.
That we've blown the whole thing out of proportion.
No.
Yes, racism is totally wrong. I have spent a lifetime arresting and dealing with people who have been racist. I worked in Southall. To generalize that all police officers are racist shows where this gentleman is coming from.
I'm beginning to generalize that.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, so don't interrupt me, please.
Oh Lord, they, like some of the squad said, they didn't think there would be consequences. They wanted to be racist in their own little bubble without any consequences.
My wife said recently that our generation and the ones before us haven't done enough to right the wrongs of the past. I too am sorry. Sorry that we haven't got the world to the place that you deserve it to be. Institutional racism has no place in our societies, yet it is still endemic. Unconscious bias must be acknowledged without blame to create a better world for all of you. I want you to know that we are committed to being part of the solution and to being part of the change that you are all leading. Now is the time, and we know that you can do it.
Okay, they are white supremacists. More people should call them what they are. Exactly. Kofi is white. Why do they ignore the truth? If you want to debate racism properly, prepare to be uncomfortable. Bingo! Okay, quote, how dare you? And quote, doesn't work here. There's that. God is love. Okay, my goodness, Kofi has no interest in soft peddling. You try and advise nicely and they walk all over you. Standing on necks, is the only thing that works. Okay, Kofi, I said what I said. They bought a lot of palace racist sound choir. Exactly. Yeah, they're sending their mouthpiece to defend them. Okay, these shows in the UK, when anyone speaks out against the white supremacy, racism, the royal family, etc., they are quickly interrupted, cut off, and have to constantly fight to be heard, while the others in support of the royal family get an easier time to express themselves calmly and uninterruptedly. Okay, there's the rolling eye. Okay, every time I see that man in air defending that racist witch hussy, I want people to point out that as head of royal protection, he must have been part of the WhatsApp group that was recently revealed to be racist as hell. You never know. You just never know. Yeah, imagine a person of color seeing this statue of a slave holding a lamp. Yes, people, that was perhaps still is the entrance of Charles and Camilla's official residence. Wow, wow, wow. I am very proud of Kofi Mawuli Klo. He belongs to my ethnic Ghanaian tribe, and we are known to be very bold and fearless. We are not easily intimidated. He did not lie when he called them white supremacists, racist, Brits, and royals needs to understand. We will tell it to their faces. Okay, it's hard to think of anything as ridiculous as a white person who has likely never faced racism in his life defining what should be considered racist and what shouldn't. This is what I said. They need to feel it and experience it in order for them to understand what we're trying to say. What black people and minorities have gone through. They are the biggest white supremacist symbol in the world and have been for centuries. So the fact anyone is surprised is the shocking part for me. Britain is in for a world of hurt. You can't look at this 1,000-year-old institution and say it's not racist when the institution itself is built on colonialism, stolen jewels, and display, and a biracial family member left after 18 months denying it and or excusing it isn't working. That's exactly who they are and who they represent. Wakanda forever. The fallacy and royal protection officers thinking is that you have to engage in certain sort of criminal behavior to be labeled as racist or to be trafficking in white supremacy. That's why he thinks that respectable white people can be racist. The thing that just crossed my mind as I'm editing this video is that from what I've uncovered from doing those videos talking about William's godmother, we find out that she was there to help Meghan, right? They assigned her to help Meghan. So when it comes to that part, where Meghan was feeling suicidal, this mental aspect of things.
I remember him saying, I don't think you can go. And I said, I can't be left alone.
Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There's several conversations.
There's a
about
conversation. You've said some pretty shocking things here, revealing.
I wasn't planning to say anything shocking. I'm just telling you what's happened.
Okay.
I'm sorry if it shocked you. It's been a lot.
I'm a little shocked.
I'm just wondering, what is her role, or what was her role in that part as well?
Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time, and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry especially, because I know how much loss he's suffered.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it. And I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
Because remember, everyone who works for the firm is pretty much is subject to be loyal to the crown.
And I need to go somewhere. And I was told that I couldn't, that it wouldn't be good for the institution.
So were you thinking of harming yourself? Were you having suicidal thoughts?
Yes. This was very, very clear.
So I'm just really curious. I do not know what went on, okay? If Meghan doesn't come and say, we will never know. And definitely the palace will never say a damn thing. But I'm just questioning myself. What role did William's godmother play into Meghan's mental aspect where she felt suicidal? Let's say, for instance, Harry went out for work. They sent Harry to do some sort of an engagement. She's by herself, and then Meghan is doing certain things. I don't know. I'm just wondering, what role did that godmother play in Meghan's life? And how often was she seeing Meghan to help Meghan, or all this stuff? I'm just curious now. Now I'm starting to ask questions. You see some of my old videos where I start asking myself questions, and I went and searched. This is one of them right now. What role did she play in mental aspect of Meghan? Because from what I've read so far, okay, she was there to help Meghan. Whatever, what did they call it? Something in waiting, pretty much a maid to help Meghan. So what role did she play? And Meghan's mental aspect. All right, so that's a question I can't wait to find out the answer to.
We had to go to this event, and I remember him saying, I don't think you can go. And I said, I can't be left alone.
Because you were afraid of what you might do to yourself? So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's right. Just saw pics from William's 21st birthday, a mockery of Africans' pure white supremacist behavior. What was it? Was it that same video that I saw where he did a party for, the theme was something African, and then all of his friends, whoever was invited, dressed, in African attire. Some people came with blackface and everything. Kofi told no lie, they can stay mad. But the royal family are white supremacists. Their very existence is predicated upon the belief that they are divinely anointed by God himself as the supreme example of human superiority to rule over all others. They are the very definition of the phrase. Exactly. Kofi, come on. Kofi, talk your shit. Tell them. Okay, did he lie? People do realize that the British royal family invented colonialism. Thank you. This is why I keep on saying evil originated over there. Okay, they started it by not offering apologies and refusing stolen cultural items. The current British royal family continues to support what their ancestors started. The British royal family is the OG white supremacist. It's history. Yes. All right. After this, that's it. All right. I don't see where that black gentleman Kofi lie. The definition of white supremacy is pretty much, quote, the belief that white people is compromised of superior race and should dominate society to the exclusion, detriment of other racial ethnic group, but mostly black and Jewish people. All right, the royal family will be upset. And if the shoe fit, all right, did he really ask why make the racist interaction public? Who exactly is he trying to protect in this institution? This is what, that's the part I sort of caught late. And I was like, what? They expect people to suffer in silence. The same thing that happened to Meghan. He was like, what was her motive for putting it out there? Letting people know. Okay, now we're talking about it. People need to share those experiences as well. Too many people stay in silent, and that's why they continue to be in the position that they are. There's more miseries. I've shared this video before. Let's go to the next week. This video was too long. Okay, we are now with William's tour. Crowds waiting for the Wailses. Okay, royal watchers await the arrival of William and Kate at City Hall Plaza in Boston. So these are the people who's waiting. 4 people. That remind me of, there's a picture, I don't know if I have it, when Charles went to Canada. Yeah, you see a few people were waiting. Okay, and they look like the Avengers, right? For some, more than one is a crowd. All right, yeah, Beatlemania has finally arrived to welcome Wally and Kath. Yep, and even when a few more arrived, it definitely wasn't in the hundreds. Yeah, I've shared that as well on my community board. Yep, there they are. There must be a different definition of Beatlemania. Glad they put that barricade up, clown. Now that's why I call it a crowd. There's a laugh. So tell me again, who are we standing here for? All right, so let's go to the next tweet. And the rest is more about William. All right, there's that here. My cartoon Saturday at the time harpooned by Beach Umbrella the fractured relationship of Harry and Meghan and William and Kate. Nature Node, Prince of Wales. Okay. Hair as sparrows. Okay, to be found stranded in Boston Harbor, the result of inadvertent entanglement and twirling Netflix. Okay, Netflix, I see here, hair raising. So that's supposed to be Harry and Meghan on top of the whale. Oh my God, as an American, I want to make sure our tax dollars were not used to pay for their security since it wasn't an official business trip. If a hugely expensive trip to US designed to put a spotlight on William every step of the way can be overshadowed by 1-minute Netflix promo, he needs to realize he doesn't have what it takes to be a leader, and he needs to stay in the UK where he doesn't have to earn respect. Okay, where he doesn't have to earn respect. There's that. All right, tag a whole bunch of people. How can a whole heir be competing with the spare UK press and institutions so scared of every sighting of Has and his family? What did this family do to Harry and Meghan? Okay, the Queen was their best. Oh, there's that. If American taxpayers had to cover the cost of any part of this ridiculous vanity so-called award show, I would be outraged. They usually had the winners stay home. The winners were not invited to this award show. Let that sink in. The winners were not invited. Yeah, that's what I was reading. All right, there's more. Let's go to the next one. Okay, another spectacular, failed, expensive tour. Okay, maybe this time they will learn to stay home. Okay, they might. This was too embarrassing. Okay, I'm reading the nominees and winners weren't present. An environmental show without the people it is supposed to honor. There's a crying. Also, the irony of them caring about the environment, but their actual shit floating in English seas, and they have said nothing. All right, so there's that. The only thing good is that winners receive funding for their project. Do they really get it? I would like to see if they, if they do get that funding. I await the comments of some Brits who are very critical of others. We have not yet heard much, except that the couple must learn how to accuse the bad shot. They rely so much on grandmother's notoriety. It's the 21st century. Everyone has to prove themselves in life. Okay, send a prayers to the Massachusetts taxpayers who have to foot the bills. Wow. Okay, but at least this time they're saying this store is carbon free. They're saying it, but are they actually doing it? Yeah, they just keep on stacking up. Oh well, there's that. Let's go to the next tweet. My God, my God. Okay. Oh Lord. It's very obvious Will and Kate are just work colleagues employed by the Crown, couples who are in love or in sync with each other and have chemistry. Their hands will naturally meet like Harry and Meghan's hand at the Platinum Jubilee Service procession. Okay. Oh, they were talking. 18 seconds.
5 projects will win £1 million each for their innovative solutions to the world's biggest environmental problems. And for the Prince and Princess of Wales, they end this challenging few days on a positive, optimistic note.
Okay, I could barely hear it, but when I'm editing, I'll put it up. Okay, I mean, Emmanuel Macron hold his wife's hand, and they have been together for 100 years. That's me. I tweeted, I shared that on my community board, laughing my ass off. 100 years, OMG. And there's that. All right, then you went to the archives. There's the laugh. That was before. All right, let's read what's on the screen and then that's it. Okay, they are uncomfortable with each other's touch, which only means that there is not much going on in that household, if you know what I mean. Okay, there's nothing going on at all. They don't even live together. There's a laugh. Quote, the couple are technically working representative of British monarchy. The couple are likely to show very little PDA. There's the excuses. Okay, if any, to remain professional during their designated roles aboard. Yeah, but there's always reason for the distance. Next tweet. Okay, this outfit choice simply highlight that her stylist doesn't understand the internet. Alright, also to be clear, I think she looks beautiful and I love the sentiment behind the gown and entire look. The color is just exactly the shade for the internet to do internet things with. This tweet surprisingly popped off. I just want to note that this was a light-hearted joke about it being a green screen color. Oh, she even said that? Okay, and that this is not an excuse to be misogynistic or hateful toward any woman, and further not an excuse to be racist toward Meghan. Okay, neither does she. Oh my God. This is what I mean by the green screen. They even used that on her too. Oh my God. What did she do to her face? Botox and ridiculously apply fillers. Okay, but imagine the floating head green screen possibilities. Oh my God, this one put that one. All right, let's go to the next tweet. These are the things that I had shared on my community board. Okay, the EarthShot finalists and winners weren't even invited to attend the ceremony. This is sad. They didn't even invite them. So what was this about then? Oh my God. This is seriously one of the most pathetic, contemptible things I've heard about Prince William. Please share this story far and wide. Okay, you mean the winners didn't get a chance to have a photo op with the Prince and Princess of Wales? They didn't get to walk the green carpet? Wow. They didn't get to be congratulated in person by celebrities or the Kennedys? The show was supposed to be about the honorees, right? Okay, of course not. William might have gotten peasant on him. Alright, there's me who put this here regarding the storm is coming. Alright, where this is a video I did a while back. And then for some reason, for the thumbnails, I put the world and then the UK flag. Alright, I don't remember what I said in that video, but I remember the thumbnail, the storm is coming. Alright, so it was all just a very expensive and very polluting photo app for William and Kate then. Okay, so they just wanted to hobnob with celebrities, not the people doing the work. They could have stayed home. Alright, after what's on the screen, that's it. Genuinely, don't know who won the award. The only thing I know about the finalists is that one was doing something with flowers for, I think, vegan leather. Okay, I suspect that the photo that was chosen to represent the work of the finalists because it was aesthetically pleasing. Okay, that is so shameful and pathetic. What kind of unprofessional amateur clown show neglect to fly out its winners? Wow. I think you're from, was it Beckham? They flew him in. This is the comparison here. There's this here. I'm not going to go in it. So there's the people who's doing their green screen on things. Oh boy, it started. All right, so there's more. Let's move on. All right, so now this is focusing on the EarthShot Award. Okay, EarthShot Award. I was not covering it, but there's some stuff. Okay, there's the image of the winners. Congratulations to our 2022 EarthShot winners. These are the people. They didn't flew any of them in. None of them. All right, there's this. Where are the tweets describing who the recipient are and their inspiring contribution? All right, so they responded. Thanks so much for your interest. We've released a 5-part series on our YouTube channel. You're doing all of this. It should be attached to that. Oh my God, who's really doing this? You think people's going to take time to go watch all this thing? People have a few seconds to give you about something, whatever it is that you post. Put it in a 5-second thing. Post it along with that. But you're sending them, if this person didn't ask, and for you to respond to that, to make that response, how will people know where to go? Oh my God. Thanks so much for your interest. We've released a 5-part series on our YouTube channel where you can find out more about the stories of all of our 15 incredible finalists and their groundbreaking work. Oh Lord, and there's the link. I'm not even gonna look at it. There's reply. Let's see here. The winners should be profiled on Twitter page. Would love to read about their work here. Less about the glamour of a gala, more about the people who are rolling up their sleeves. Who is that? Dr. Natalie Demetra Montgomery, PhD, PAP Health, MA Health, comments. Okay, where is she? From Canada. Okay. The winner should be profile on Twitter page. Would love to read about their work here. Less about the glamour of a gala, more about the people who are rolling up their sleeves. Okay, would have been nice to invite them to the event. Great, they should be at the event, not some random celebrities. I don't know. Something is missing in their brain to realize that. Okay, feeling sorry for you guys as your carbon print. Okay, as your carbon print were more damaging than them and celebrities. Keep up the good work. Congratulations to them all. Please, will you tweet who they are and what they've done? There it is. There's people's asking. My goodness. Thank you to all behind this truly wonderful, inspiring prize for environmental innovation. We have to give it credit where credit is due. It's a good thing, but the way they're going about it is complete like chicken without head. It's a very good cause, but they're not doing it the right way, running it the right way. Your team and the finalists have made me feel so much more hopeful for our future. The team? I don't think so. You've seen some of the things that I've read so far. They didn't even mention, describe the winners, what they did to get the funding and all of that. So, whatever. Next tweet. Okay, the winners. Prince William EarthShot is the firefest of award show. The winners were forced to zoom in while he and Kate flew from England to the US, flew David Beckham from Qatar to the United States, alleged police escort in Boston, and flew other celebrities in the Boston from across the to the US. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, let's be honest. EarthShot, flew other people and then they have police escort. All that, my God. But okay, let's be honest. EarthShot is a scam vanity project by William and his attempt to compete with his youngest brother by flying everyone except the winners into Boston. It defeats the alleged purpose of the project. The project also concentrates on William, not the prize winners. Okay, can anyone easily name the winners? The papers rarely mention the names of the finalists. They just talk about William's vanity project, often comparing it to Harry's project, because to William, it's a competition to one up on his brother and his one-sided war. That's for sure. Yet, he still fails because William comes off as superficial and disingenuous. Plus, he is uncharismatic. He also never takes responsibility when he gets things wrong. It's always someone else's fault. His failure to attract the type of attention the US saw is now being blamed on a less than 60-second trailer from Netflix, a US company. He even had his sycophant complain to Netflix boss about Harry and Meghan, the documentary. It's pathetic and sad that Prince William blamed everyone for his shortcomings, especially Prince Harry. Okay, member of the Netflix Scientific Advisory Group complained to the company about the trailer for the documentary. Christiana Figueres, a former UN climate chief who chairs the EarthShot board and sits on the Netflix advisory group, said she was disappointed. Tom Wivet Carnac, a former UN political strategist who sits on the Netflix advisory group and advises the EarthShot team, complained to the leadership of the streaming service. I mean, in the UK they could do that, but in the US, my goodness, the world does not stop for these people. Wow. I didn't know all about that. And I think I did some screenshot of all of this for you guys. Okay, and Meghan, Prince William needs to face fact. He and Kate come off as though superficial and disingenuous, but by continuously blaming Harry and Meghan for their inability to attract the attention that Harry and Meghan get, they turn more and more people off. Prince William and Kate thought Harry and Meghan leave the UK will help them to be palatable to the world. That hasn't been the case. They then attempt to compete with Harry and Meghan's home country of the United States, of all places, Boston, home of many Irish descendants. More people knows about this than them themselves. This is the tune off kind of thing, the piece of the thing that's missing in their brain. This is also their work. It's like their team hates them. There's a lot. Their own UK media turned their attention to Harry and Meghan's 60-second Netflix teaser. Prince William and Kate need to face hard truth and a one-sided war. Okay, the war is lost the moment it begins. It's past time. William and Kate accept that they can't compete with Harry and Meghan. They're not Harry and Meghan. Should they continue with their one-sided war against the Sussexes, they'll lose because they don't have the ease, charm, intelligence, and character development or bandwidth. Okay, of Harry and Meghan. This war was lost the moment Prince William and Kate began it. Harry and Meghan are not participating. William and Kate are fighting with the wind. The wind has won. Okay. She retweeted that. Last year, recipients have not received their money from Prince William, so this year's better not hold their breath. Really? I was just saying that. I swear I didn't know that. Last year's recipients have not received their money from Prince William. They need to come out and talk. Oh my God. I didn't know that. Okay. As reported by CBS and MSNBC, the cost of this event to the American taxpayers was in the millions. Oh, so the U.S. had to flip the bill on that? David Beckham and Eli Golling flew to the United States to give out award over video. This is crazy. What? David, okay, that's that. I have zero respect for anyone participating in this money laundering farce. Wow, farce. Now that is over, I guess this is the part where I remind everyone that the 5 winners of Prince William's and EarthShot get the $1 million prize money and installment over 3 to 5 years, only if that they continue the environmental project. Okay, don't forget the carpet also flown in as if the US does not produce green carpet. That's the thing. Oh, they flew in that carpet too? They brought it with them? Okay. The carpet was flown in. I didn't know that either. Those of us with legal minds do the best takedown. Okay, I have time today. All right. I want to know how much the city of Boston spent on this scheme. Oh my God, millions. I didn't know that. Okay. It's like they never read any American news or history. Of all the places, Boston, the jokes just write themselves. All right, there's that. It's held in Boston because of the Kennedy. Okay, he could have held it in the UK and had the Kennedy zoom in. Hey, I don't know. These people, I don't know what's in their brain. Okay, why did they have to fly and celebrities? How about American celebrities? Then they want to be seen with a racist family. One wonders if the Wales are as popular as Daily Fail suggests, then everyone would want to be an associate with them, only manage to get attention seeker Becca. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I'm 55 minutes so far, and I think I'm gonna cut some stuff out. So let's do this one. Okay, BBC fan complain minutes into EarthShot Prize at hypocrisy of award show. Okay, there's that. Prince William Environmental Award, the EarthShot Prize, saw 5 environmental solutions honoring with $1 million each to further their cause. Okay, I think that's what it says. It cut off. Okay, taking to Twitter, one write, quote, why did you fly celebrities from around the world to attend and leave the most important people at home because of the carbon footprint? Okay, a second scheme, quote, let's save our planet by having a TV show, concert, black tie dinner event where singers, millionaires fly in, have slap up meal, drinks, wow, that been imported from around the world. Oh my God. Another scheme, quote, are all these celebrities going to jump back on a gas-guzzling plane and fly halfway across the world? Now they finished lecturing us all. No need to fly people across the world to Boston. Another echoed. My goodness. Next tweet. Wow, the thinking behind this. The UK, like John Kerry and stuff like that, Caroline Kennedy, they didn't want to flying people in left and right. My God. The UK wanted to be talk of the world with the EarthShot Award. They were the talk of the world, all right, but not for the reason they hoped. Here's a leading US network discussing how the monarchy will never adapt to end racism. So the monarchy needs to end. Okay, so she retweeted that. That's from MSNBC. Care No Norman. If you thought Buckingham Palace learned about racism after Meghan Markle, you were wrong. Okay, let me go into that so I could read some of the comment in there. Okay, this is what I just read. Let's put that. I'm putting it into the list. Okay, I'm just reading some of the comment. Okay, did Buckingham Palace stop handing out these medals after George Floyd? Okay. Imagine giving out these medals. Can't even hide the racism, abolish the monarchy. All right, there's all of this. Okay, racism is in their DNA. That's the royal family core value, racist royal family. Okay, fire Lady Hussey, then, like a politician needed to placate his white base, chooses the St. Edward crown. Charles II was the king who established Royal African Company, initiating the beginning of state-backed kidnapping, trafficking, and enslavement of millions of human beings. All right, so there's all of that. Let me move on. Let's mark this. Next tweet. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, gestured recollection had me in tears. Okay, I did this in another video. Let me see. I'm gonna hit for a few. If it's the same person, I'm not gonna continue because I think that's the one I did.
Out the press.
Hello, Gertrude.
Oh, hello. First, I think it's interesting nobody talks about Meghan's miscarriage. There's nobody there. But I also think it goes when William complained about the press harassing Kate, the palace lawyer stepped in and took care of business.
Okay. I'm gonna stop because I covered this in another video. So I put this here again by accident. Let's go to the next tweet. I hope the other one is not something that I did already. Okay, BBC viewers switch off the EarthShot Prize minutes into the show. EarthShot Prize. Wow. BBC viewers claim to switch off the EarthShot Prize on Sunday night, just minutes into the program. Okay, Prince William hired ex-NBC PR with Lee Thompson with the help of Jason Kenoff, who royal family hides in the bushes. The tweet can sell this joke of a vanity project event to Brits. The weak source hereditary wastrel and KP blame Brits for watching Harry's 16 seconds trailer instead. What? BBC viewers switch off EarthShot prize minutes into the show. Alright, there's that. Wait a minute. Prince William and Kate Middleton went all the way to America with a plane full of staff and media folks for their vanity project, award show, but the people nominated weren't flown in. This can be true. Oh my God. Okay, they wiped the budget numbers off the web after the public pointed out they were spending double on the ceremony versus the prizes. And now we find out they didn't even bring the prize winners in to accept their award in person. Unbelievable. Wow, wow, wow. Yep, he did fool them. This is why some people didn't even bother come to show up. Those who show up, okay, that's on you. Right? I would be surprised they make them pay for all of this. Even the prize winners make them pay for it. Okay, William and Kate flew in a green carpet and David Beckham to this force and left the awardees behind. People can see through this self-gratifying BS. There's that. And it is in his own country, not in the US. Sources told me it's Meghan's fault. My source is was SH from BP, that one that goes to church. Okay, too much. There's this. Funny. Served him right for focusing on celebrities instead of the finalists. I don't know. It's almost the same thing. They keep on putting themselves with a whole bunch of jewelries, thinking that will make them look better. But a simple thing, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on in their head. Okay, it was worth watching. I enjoyed the whole show. Okay, I wonder why the royal family boring us rigid again. All right, I won't watch it either. The TikTok more interesting than watching the EarthShot. They just weren't interesting. Not that I believe anything the Express print. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I have two more, so I'm gonna finish them. Okay, pretty brutal criticism of Prince William's EarthShot show. Viewers raising the obvious hypocrisy, giving the sustainability message is being contradicted by virtue of it being hosted abroad. It is seemed like a vanity project to smooth with celebrities and tour countries. The award returned for a second year. His bald head looks like a moon in that photo. Alright, but they had to add Harry and Meghan. That's exactly what it was, a smooth fest with celebrities, and of it. Harry and Meghan can do in one free afternoon there in Cali what William and Kate spent millions doing in another country for the environment. Okay, the vanity project is, after all, about William's vanity. His ego to be competing with him, bro, will always lend him and hot soup. Anyway, let's serve up the soup. Another flap trip aboard. At this rate, they will only travel around the UK because it's not working aboard. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I have one more after that. Okay. The second-hand embarrassment I feel for these people, the desperation it must take to get your board chair and advisors to contact Netflix about a 60-second trailer overshadowing your award ceremony. You might as well just wave the white flag now. Yeah, I just read that in the comment section as well. Netflix, okay, member of the Netflix Scientific Advisory Group complained to the company about the trailer for the documentary. Christiana Figueres, a former UN climate chief who chairs the EarthShot board and sits on the Netflix advisory group, says she was disappointed. To think about it, it's like, what the F? Well, how many other things that came out almost on the same day? It's just that people don't make a big deal out of it. Tom Wivet Karnak, a former UN political strategist who sits on the Netflix advisory group and advises the EarthShot team, complained to the leadership of the streaming service. It actually gets me how they go on about Harry and Meghan complaining when that's literally all they do. They could have ignored it, and had they done so, sent a far stronger message, but they're too petty, angry, and arrogant. Okay, the last one. The fact that people are still writing stories about Harry and Meghan needing to give William and Kate their moment like it's 2018 and they are still in KP is utterly ridiculous. Did they call up ITV because they aired Charles' documentary that same day? Okay, I didn't even know. Look what I just said. Okay, The way I have no idea what documentary you're talking about. There it is. I don't even know. Okay, you are a nice person. I view it as William finding out how much he's really worth on the global stage. He wants so badly, and is low. Was it? It's low enough that 60-second freaking trailer can take headlines away. He should go hat in hand and apologize to Harry. Okay, I don't know what he should do, but it sure is end this. Let's move on. Next tweet. I don't know. These people overshadowing left and right. But they're not doing things the moment where he should do things the right way, he didn't do it. He flew in everybody else but the winners. I mean, come on, whoever's advising them, I don't think they really like them. Okay, remember this. Beatlemania 2.0, Americans to sleep on street as Kate and William visit Sparks frenzy. Let me read some, not all. Hi, the great magnificent Beatle. Then they sang that song, I don't care too much. For royals, royals can buy your love, can buy our love. No. Okay, I don't know that song. Sorry, got lots of music lyric in my head. Am I right? Oh, the never expected to buy it. The thought it will be freely given. Yes, sleeping. LOL. Yeah, everyone must have been sleeping. but the title, his is better than Harry. It's not fair. Okay, as long as Netflix doesn't promote next week's show. Okay, unbelievable frenzy. They're delusional. Alright, how many titles I've read that they gave to this show? The Nobel Prize, the Beatle 2.0, Super Bowl, and even the most current World Cup. But the most ridiculous is that people will sleep on the street to see William and Kate. None came true. They came for glory and left pathetically. Okay, or the glory days of fantasy. There's a laugh. It really flaps so bad. Sometimes I truly believe the tabloid hates him. That's what I'm thinking. Even the people who's advising him. Okay, they are always hyping them and setting them up for failure. Meanwhile, they keep doing the opposite to the Sussexes who keep winning. Make it make sense. Alright, so that's it with this. I have more tweets, but it's more about Archwell and other things. I don't want to mix it with this. Alright, so let's do a prayer. Prayer for God protection. I don't know. That's what came to mind. That's why I'm putting it. God's protection. Okay, Lord, I pray for your protection as I begin this day. You are my hiding place, and under your wings I can always find refuge. Protect me from trouble wherever I go, and keep evil far from me. All right, let's do image. The first one. Oh, this one I have to pay for it. Let's do this one. Okay, God's angel guard and keep you all the way that you must travel till earth days are past. When blossom fade and time is fleeting fast, in time of purest joy or pain and fear, God's angel guard and keep you safe. Amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And that's it. Let me do video number 2. Tomorrow morning, I have to give the video. Tomorrow morning, I have to give the computer. So I'm going to record as much and depend my energy. I'll see.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.